Oh, they're gonna get bottom. Those two idiots. Oh, they got all the nukes.
Gonna...
All right, so I'm back today. Had 6 episodes of Hardspace Shipbreaker. Just gonna talk about bugs and features that would like to see happen in this game. Things that I've found more or less occurring consistently. So let's get in.
Dude, she shot me in the
place,
turret.
I would really like to see
her.
a feature added would be
Doesn't make any sense.
over here on the equipment screen. So you can see you can repair stuff, right? However, if you run out of repair kits, you can't buy any on this screen. It doesn't really make sense considering this is your home base and right outside the door. You can find these repair kits purchasable. Make them purchasable here. Just improves quality of life. Maybe put a premium on them somehow. I don't know the reasoning behind that. Wouldn't make sense to me, but it's better than having to always remember when you jump outside into space. First thing you should do is buy 10 repair kits just to make sure you have a stock of them. Otherwise, you're just never going to be able to do anything. Other than that, not much else in terms of bugs and features on this screen. I mean, resolution, that's obvious. They're already working on that. They've mentioned that in their patch notes already. So that's going to happen. So I'm going to start off with one of these ships. It really doesn't really matter which ship. Let's go with an industrial one. It's a little bit easier to show here because I think sometimes it doesn't populate in a transport ship. And then there's something on the smaller size ship that also needs to happen. Alright, so first things first, with these larger ships, on the outside, generally there is no real issue. It'd be nice if this thing was a little bit stronger, just so it could carry these heavy loads. But honestly, it's not so bad.
Airlock pressure levels dropping.
The biggest single issue that I always find with any of these ships is fuses. Let me see if I can find one right over here. Don't see anything here. There you go. So these fuses, what you will find is, first of all, you try removing the fuse legitimately. It electrocutes you, right? I mean, doesn't make any sense. On the plus side, it's floating over here. Now let's see. That grabbed it properly. Now we're not going to touch that one. Let's see if we can get that one to pop right off. That was a weird little glitch. That we're not so worried about saving anything. We just don't want anything to.
It's gonna be bad. Yep.
Yeah, I know. Is that? And let's go down here quickly.
I like how she kind of ran him straight to my siege camp.
That should be good enough to pop off this front end. No.
Ew.
Alright.
GG, no reap.
That. Anything else down here? That.
Massive shove.
Sorry I don't have this edited.
Oh,
if
look.
you do watch
Buddy's
it.
back after like 5 minutes.
Well,
Don't know how to do that.
attempting to rejoin. Oh, there they are. At my camp.
Oh, come on.
I'm just gonna come up with you. This is done. Let's try to get top camp or something.
There we go. All I'm just trying to do is get rid of it. I really don't care if I do it right or wrong.
Or not.
Yep, that's fine.
Told you.
No, I thought you would have just come with me, but
still no.
Well, it still was like 1v3 or 4. And we're 3 levels under.
deposited.
No?
Motherfucker.
Maybe I didn't do the bottom
Take
one.
the
I thought I did. Alright, no, it's done. Oh, there you go. Alright. Okay, so hopefully if that gets released,
I'm gonna try dark conversion for a change.
it will do what I want. Because eventually what happens, essentially this is the issue. This fuse here, where it says pickup, is gonna start floating off. And it's gonna be maybe, usually it ends up somewhere around this distance, but when you pick it up, it flings you. I mean, it flings you right across here because it thinks, oh yeah, you're removing the fuse. You have to be beside whatever this structure is here. I've been killed once or twice like
the
that,
gear failed to reconnect.
Yeah.
which really sucks. Second bug involves these
Serious OP.
heat sinks over here, and I'll show you what I mean. What they do, it looks like this is separate from everything else, but I'm willing to bet anything this corner over here is 1 pixel in, and what that ends up doing for you,
Straight up reported the Zagiro.
what that ends up doing is
report
making
Chromie.
objects not
Died
movable.
4 times.
It's not a big deal. I mean, you could work around it. I mean, at least I have. Okay, that should release that. Let's just make sure. There's that. I want to make sure I'm showing exactly what I mean.
Got the
Alright,
little
let's get
squid
this
on my
over
shoulder.
here, this over here. No.
I haven't completed any of this multi-kill achievement shit.
Now you gotta win a game.
I know.
Still no.
How many have I lost? Oh, bro.
I thought I got everything. Oh wait, you know what? No, looks like I did. No, there you go.
Like 12 or 13. Haha. 3 of those being Brawl.
Still. Don't tell me I found something else just now. No, that's not doing anything. Alright, let's get you over here.
I feel like our squishies are gonna insta
There we go. Alright.
And then the other people killing this stuff.
So that's gone
Got
missing.
2 squishy people.
This, as far as I can see, only has these 2 connections, right? Right down here. There's nothing gonna be down in this direction. So you got these 2 connections right over here. Right now you can see it's being dragged by a tether, which is perfectly fine. But it's not moving. Why is that? Well, more or less, you know, I still think it's the wrong piece. I think that's a seam right there, but why is it not moving?
Object accepted for processing.
Huh.
Credits deposited.
Well, let's see. For all I know, it is this box that's causing an issue for us. And if it is, then at least we can figure out that. So let's move this. There you go. Oh yeah, there you
Do we not have a
go.
tank at all?
Look at that.
Alright, I'll
This
try to
heat
build
sink,
sort of full
which
tank.
isn't connected to this plate right over here. Nope, it is.
Terrible.
The system thinks it's connected somehow, but it shouldn't be. Don't like it. I don't know why. Clearly a bug, at least in my opinion. That is an outright bug right there. That sucks. Needs to be fixed, just like the fuse. Anything else? Like, now I understand here that separating these thrusters without using the computer will result in them exploding about half the time, maybe less. See, this one was nice. It didn't go in and explode on me. Oh, no, there it goes. And the whole ship's going. There needs to be a way of separating those from the rest of the ship without getting this whole explosion cascade happening. Now, I can take out all the fuel tanks piece by piece. I'm supposing that might be what the developers are expecting. But how do you do it if you just have no room? I mean, you can't start really moving those back end pieces, these walls,
maybe Diablo wandered
until
off.
you really separate it. Because I've had instances where they get a decent enough bump when I'm
Might
trying
be
to
coming to
separate
you.
this, and they just blow up on me, taking out the entire back end. Actually, worse, yeah, is if they take out this barge over here. Yeah, sucks. Would like to get that. A tool maybe to fix it. Draining the pipes. I don't know. Something, another attachment to the cutter or something where I could just go up to this. Okay, it has a blue light. Or on the purple pipes, a purple light. I walk up and I can drain all the fuel.
Fuck.
That would be perfect. We no longer have to worry about these pipes
Your
blowing
oxygen
up.
reserves are low.
And maybe another tool
Note that
for
excess carbon
the
dioxide may
thrusters.
cause damage to Link's equipment.
Now, generally, it's not the biggest issue,
Nova is solo landing.
but it does
What the
happen.
Fuck.
No, what was it, Zool or Necromancer?
Anything else I
was
can
up
think
there,
of?
He just died.
Oh, right. These structures over here, what you will find is they are always connected seemingly to this over here.
Three or mid.
So you do have to cut lower, and the system, when you throw it into the furnace, or sorry, this you throw into the processor, will start complaining that, hey, it's not accepting an object because it's not going to the right area. Well, don't give me that notice. I don't need it. Let me turn that off, at least in this case, because I know I'm throwing away a piece of this metal, and I don't care. It's not really giving me anything. All I really want is to separate this main area from that, and that's it.
Can't fight a ranged guy. That's melee.
Generally, I find that that's it. Another feature I would like is to have the control over this weapon of what it can cut. That is the intensity of it, so that, you know, when I do get that upgrade for nano wire cutter, that I could turn it down just so it cuts aluminum, so it doesn't cut the nano wire, the nano stuff. Just get rid of that noise.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
And why is that? Well, honestly, I like it when I can just move this whole piece right over here. Come on, that's wrong. When I can just move this whole piece over here, and I'm done with it. I'm no longer interested.
Of course, fall side can just fly.
Because
right
this
back
is
to the
easy.
lane.
This is one big piece. I'm done with it. I know where it's going. It's taken care of. But if I have the cutter on and it can cut through nanocarbon, well, all of a sudden it's going to cut right through all of this, creating two separate pieces. I don't want two separate pieces. That's two extra things that I have to worry about. Let me deal with the one. I get it. When I cut through something like, you know, this, it's sometimes not happy, you know. Sometimes if I cut it like here, well, I've ruined this thing now. This little piece is going into the furnace. Actually, I wonder if I could cut this into a bigger piece. Oh, still processor. So let me cut these pieces into bigger pieces, and it'll let me cut this. Now this panel is ruined, even though this panel is still going into a processor. I don't need to be cutting through certain parts. Get me the ability to cut specific objects at a level. I don't know, create 3 separate levels maybe? Nano, aluminum, and then everything else. So, you know, if I do use this cutter, let's say on this, well,
oh my god!
If I accidentally put it this way, I wouldn't have to be worried that, okay, this thing over here is now going to get cut because it's made out of aluminum. Just, you know, ease of life situation is what I'm looking for. Beyond that, honestly, this game right now is great. Things I am looking forward to is new models of ships. Please create something, you know, massive, you know, generated by the system somehow, so it's different and just lets me work on it
I think there's about 3 of them in
for
the South
4 or
Jungle
5
here.
shifts. Like, I know this area wouldn't be big enough for what I'm thinking of,
One was middle, one was top.
but let me work on a battleship.
There can only be 2, so.
That's something I'll be really excited about, you know, something that has 100 different rooms and lets me just keep shredding and ripping it apart and breaking it down. You know, we're over here. I'd be excited to work on a ship somewhere over there. Something like just a gigantic ship that just gives me the ability to work on it 5, 6, 7 in-game days on it. Hell, real life days, you know.
Yes, I'm just doing this
A
by myself.
career mode
What
sort
the
of
fuck?
thing. But beyond that, great game so far. I'm going to be excited for the next update. I'll take a break till then. Get the leaderboard up, get the challenge mode up. Again, two very exciting things. Not so exciting if they keep basically this size of ships. You know what? I just remember one more thing. One more bug, and it's a quick one. We do have to change ship types. There we go. Let's not worry about that. Let's go start shift. View ship catalog. Alright, so we have these size ships, and there is a bug, and I can reproduce it maybe 10% of the time. Unless the game just crashed on me. Oh, it's doing something, guys. Game's crashing. There you go. What a beauty. Let's see what's the stream does. Crashed. Let's see if it's gonna come back on video.
Well,
if it does, great.
Might
Perfect.
use
There
bottom
we
with
go.
That push, but
Alright, let's go back in. Career. So as I was saying, these smaller ships have an issue. And it happens specifically when you're dealing with the front end, the pilot's area. So I'm gonna get rid of all the air inside
I
of
was
this
gonna say,
ship.
someone fucking keep them off me.
If I find the entrance. Oh, this is a little bit different. This is a little bit more forward than I'm used to. Okay, that's gonna be on the other end. And honestly, something very similar happens to the bigger ships. You might evacuate all the air from the entire
Airlock
ship,
pressure levels dropping.
and then you've cut a wall, and all of a sudden, this while you're in a room which is
Leave,
open to the
leave.
vacuum,
They got
Airlock
this.
pressure levels increasing.
but the ship will all of a sudden start exploding because, well, it thinks there's still air in there. Nice, 2 free packs for repair. All right, so we're gonna go in here. We're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna try reproducing it right now. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Air pressure level decreasing.
All right, so we just released
Air
everything
pressure
to the
level
vacuum.
decreasing.
Almost killing myself because this thing has crap ton of packages. Well, this would be nice if we could get more control over this. I still can't think of a way of doing it. Maybe using your middle mouse button to roll things in or away. Let's see if that works. No, it doesn't look like it does. Come on, get up. Oh, no. Okay. So, normally, separating the front is pretty easy. You take this. You take this. This. And this. Does it explode? No, didn't. Perfect. But I have a decent to not chance. Actually, the last video for Hardspace Shipbreaker, if you watch it, 6, closer to middle somewhere, I do exactly that. You have this front end that's separated, and then all of a sudden, I'm working on separating these, and for whatever reason,
Should be a free grab.
the whole thing does a vacuum explosion on me, and it'll just fling me around the map for next to no reason. And it's usually when I cut the last one, didn't do it. You know what it is? It's probably because I separated this by force. Yeah, because when I separate the bottom out, all of a sudden it thinks it's full of air again, and then it starts doing the vacuum thing. And I've had the case where just this whole back end flings itself across to this back wall, and this front end just starts twirling away. It usually goes upwards. Don't know where it ends.
Nice.
Watch the last video.
Ah, missing.
You know, it'd be nice to get these things fixed for these smaller ships and the vacuum rooms, which have a vacuum, and yet they still think they have air. Yeah. Good thing I remember that. Other way, thank you. Just got an idea. Make me a station that I can just rip apart. That'd be fun. Either way, thank you for watching, and have a great day. Take care.
Yeah.